we're fresh off of a win from last night, so it wasn't that long ago that I was sitting in this chair. I think we covered a lot of things last night from just that particular performance against Fresno State. I went through each weight class and gave my quick assessment, my quick grade, and fortunately, out of 10 grades, we had a lot of really good grades. Grades moving forward, grades progressing, doing all the things we want to do as a team, doing all the things we want to do as individuals, and we need to keep that going. Quick turnaround for us. We're on an airplane Wednesday to Philadelphia with Rider University close there, and then we'll get in a bus on Friday morning and go to Morgantown, West Virginia on a luxurious ride across the East Coast. And we'll finish in Morgantown and then catch a flight back on Sunday night. So we have our work cut out for us this week.
How tough is that type of road trip for wrestlers? Because it's Thursday and then you have to weight manage all the way through until Sunday. What's your plan for that, and how tough is that for wrestlers?
Well, it's tough. You can make it not as tough, or you can make it really, really tough. In discipline and routine is what we preach a lot, and we really need to preach it extra special for what we're getting ready to do here. I've always said that tough defines you, and tough shows you where you're going to end up at the end of the year. So I like the fact that we've got something in front of us that could be perceived as tough. We need to do a good job of handling all those little things so it's not as bad. But you're right, you're not in the comfort of your own locker room, and you're not in the comfort of your own wrestling room where you know what the temperature is going to be and you know what the bike's going to be. You got to be a little flexible, and you got to roll with a little bit when you're on the road. And how you mentally approach that is important. And so it'll be a great test for us to see. We did it a little bit at North Dakota State. We did it at Chattanooga. So we've kind of been road warriors since January 1, and it's going to be that way this week for sure. And then we even get to go down to Stillwater the following week. So we're going to get our miles in.
Are you seeing the kind of aggressiveness you've wanted in some of these individual matches with the amount of points you guys have been able to score and kind of the style maybe you wanted to implement?
I think so. I think, especially if you really break it down, the 8 bouts that we won, I felt like we really got after it. The 2 bouts that we lost, at 57, I just, didn't push the pace enough. You wait around and wait around and wait around, and you let the guy sneak a win on you. And at the same thing at maybe at 97, I think Willie told me when he came off the mat, I didn't push the pace enough, and so you live and learn from that, and now you get a chance on Thursday night, and you got to go fix it.
How hard is that to kind of, as you're building a program, to instill that in the guys, or is it you try to find the guys that are already like that? I mean, what's the balance of?
Well, I like where we are trending to right now, because we do have a lot of guys that are pushing the pace, and I do think you feed off of each other. So you get a guy like Austin Gomez, who's a high energy, high motor guy. You get a guy like Ian Parker, who's a high energy, high motor guy, and then you're sitting in the team row there, and you either just went or you're getting ready to go, and you're like, wow, this is what it looks like. And obviously that hasn't been here for a while. And so now it's starting to show up, and so it's, let's hope it's a snowball effect. So, but with that said, we've got the strength and the toughness of our schedule is in front of us. So I like that we're building, but we got to keep building, because we're going to get hit with we're going to get stonewalled here pretty soon in terms of level of toughness and level of competitive teams that we hit.
Austin Gomez kind of emphasized the first period last week before any matches, and then he followed it up and had some nice first periods. How did you see that kind of help him in his matches?
That's been a point of focus with him, because obviously you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that he's had some tough first periods this year. And so being ready to go is really important for him, because I think he's got the biggest gas tank in the nation at 133 and maybe everywhere. But if you put yourself in a big enough hole against a tough enough guy, you can't dig out. And so really, really being stingy. I think that's the secret for Austin Gomez to have a great finish this year is the first period. We've really got to be really ready to go, and that was a point of emphasis last night. And obviously, we didn't have a great opponent last night, but 33 is flat loaded this year. So he's going to get plenty of opportunities to step out there against guys and be really ready to go for that first period.
You mentioned 157 and Chase Straw having to get going a little bit more and a little bit better motor. What do you have to do to get that going from him?
I don't know. We've just about everything we've tried so far hasn't worked, so I'm open to suggestions. But we got to impress upon him that you know what's Gomez's thing he tweets out there: "Scared money don't make money." Probably pretty good. Chase maybe needs to pull that up on Twitter and read it about 4 or 5 times. And so I don't know if he's scared or not, but it is what it is, and he's got to. If you got something looking directly in the face, you got to go bust through it. And the only way to do it is to get back out there and start fixing it and start changing it. And so, luckily for him, I don't know, the way I looked at it was if something didn't go my right in a performance, I wanted to get out there and fix it as quickly as I could. He gets to fix it on Thursday and Sunday. So, you can learn a lot from losing, and let's hope he does that.